Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Christopher Walken. Happy birthday to you.
Wow, you guys shouldn't have. Really, it's embarrassing. This is not what I had in mind for a birthday party at all. Where are the hookers? And why is there no cocaine? This is boring.
Damn it, I forgot.
Well, look at you, forgetting. Surprise, surprise.
Well, I am old.
Where are the presents? Someone give me something to unwrap here. Let's see what we got.
She's going to be over a little later.
Oh, goody. Another watch. Watch me throw it in the trash because it's garbage. Now, anything else that I should be aware of, any other shit that's needing to be picked up? Anybody?
I think the Chinese guy's coming by in a few minutes to drop off food.
Yeah, that's it.
Score one for me.
I want to make a sex joke.
The hooker will be here shortly. She's gonna pop out of that watch you just threw in the trash.
So it's a midget?
Yeah.
Oh.
On a pole.
Well, it was a tiny watch.
I don't mind the midgets so much because I can stand up and get a blowjob.
It was not a Mickey
Well, you know, didn't we...
Mouse watch. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, you know...
Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Get up, bitch. What, you expect me to tell you the goddamn time? You don't give me any goddamn time. I sit here waiting for you to come home. You don't give me a goddamn thing. You don't respect me, do you?
Do you hear that spinning, whizzing sound? That's Walt spinning.
Go to hell.
Oh, I was in the grocery store. We'll just make it a generic reference.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Oh, I'm Fred Zeppelin.
I'm Giselle Noir.
Analog Kid.
I don't have a name yet.
Still.
That's because you're a pussy.
You are what you eat.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I must be. Never mind.
Oh.
Big snapping steins.
Yeah.
Go to the website, make a vote.
And you're listening to Backdoor Radio
on bdrrocksonline.com.
So sit down, shut up, and hang on.
That's right, because
Better
it's going
hang on
to be
tight.
it's going to be a bumpy ride.
It's going to be a white knuckle ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were at the grocery store.
Oh yeah.
Playing with all the meat.
Yes, and this was, matter of fact, right before closing time, and there were two things that struck me as funny. One of them was this checker gets on and does the, "We'll be closing in 15 minutes, so please bring your stuff, to the front."
Were they transvestites?
No. So when I get to the front, I said, wouldn't when you give that announcement, wouldn't you really rather go, "Hello, it's 10 minutes to 11 at night, you stupid motherfuckers. Will you stop shopping? Bring your shit up here so I can go the fuck home." And she goes, "Man, I would really love to say that, and I thought about that." I said, "See, so I just did it for you." And the other thing that, anyway, there's near the self-checkout things where they have the little computer voice that goes, "Move your pink lady apples to the belt," like that.
Oh no.
And scan your discount card and all that kind of thing. And I got to thinking how hilarious it would be. How hilarious!
Put your meat in the bag.
Well, no, yeah, it like that. And I was sitting there thinking, in a dirty bookstore, it'd be really funny to have one of those because.
Move your inflatable sheep to the back.
Yeah, it'd be like,
please remove your butt plug from the scanner into the bag.
It would be like, "Move your copy of Granny's I'd Like to Fuck Really Hard to the belt."
Oh, that's not mine. That's for somebody else.
Move your butt plug to the belt. And it's echoing all over the place,
And you have spent $39.95. You saved 49 cents.
Yeah.
I always like when you get that. They're like, "Oh, you saved $1 today." Wow, thank you. I can get a fucking operation. I mean, come on. What are we gonna do with $1? Buy a stick of gum?
So Fred and I have been talking back and forth all week.
Right.
You know, put your Gumming Grannies Volume 8 in the bag. Put
Or what
Gills
was that
47 in the
Gills.
porn titles
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously,
in the store.
you two are older gentlemen because you keep talking about grandmas and porn.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we are old.
At least I'm not talking about anal.
Yet. We all know that eventually you're going to derail some conversation with that. I mean, as of right now.
How about this? Move your copy of Bang Me in Front of the Neighbors to the bell.
I just thought it was
Oh
funny.
my God, the neighbors are watching. Let them watch. Wow.
No,
I
move
wasn't even going to say anything.
Move your copy
I
of
was.
Invade My Poop Shoot to the bell.
Invade my poop shoot.
Yeah.
Invasion of the poop shoot invaders.
Yeah.
Descent of the poop shoot invaders.
Poop shoot.
Just like that, we're right back to talking about anal.
See, there you go.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, because then he starts talking about it, and then you can't stand it. you
Nope,
know?
it's my goal not to
Well,
mention
you
it this
know,
time.
it's not that it makes me uncomfortable. I'm just saying I want to put my wiener in a poop shoot. That's all I'm just saying. We're gonna leave it. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
All right.
Anybody else hear the faint screeching of a train that's fallen off the tracks?
Yeah.
No, I just heard the imminent explosion that's about to happen.
Well,
It was carrying gasoline fluid and
Gasoline fluid.
I
Gas,
think
as opposed to gasoline
That's
salt.
why it burns.
I think that when we were talking about music last time, I think it'd be interesting to explore it from a different angle. You know, like what kind of music you listen to, or where you listen to it, or why you listen to it, and that kind of.
Oh, are you talking about how
Like how
integrated is music into your life? Like,
Yeah.
do you have to
Yeah.
listen to it every day? I mean,
Yeah.
is it every other day? Is it just do you
Well,
have
yeah.
to have it like I have to have it when I'm driving in the car?
Yeah, like for instance, they were interviewing Jason Newsted, and he said he has to have music in his life.
Mhm.
If not, he'll go nuts.
I agree. I'm the
And-
same way.
Yeah, and I mean, now that I have a car that's not from dinosaur age away, and I'm driving with the sunroof open and the windows open, you've seen the stuff that I talk about, and it's just so wonderful just to sit there and listen to all this 1960s music. No.
What have you been listening to all week, thanks to me?
Yes, exactly. And
He's a convert now.
yes, well, he made Analog Kid made me 3 CDs.
Legally, of
he's
course.
made me a lot more than 3 CDs, but these 3
Oh, are
all
they
have,
mixtapes?
Oh.
they're sort of mixed. But
Some of them had the Pet Shop Boys on.
well, yeah, and they have all this really limp-wristed stuff on it. But I actually I actually liked about 70% of it. That I didn't think I was going to, because he was like, okay. I actually asked him to do it. I was like, okay, make me some CDs. So he did. And there's one
Made it
new
80s
wave, one rock, and one hard rock. And he put in kind of quotes hairband.
So these are all from artists that were in
Around
the
the
80s.
yes, and doing
Because
stuff.
the last conversation that we had, you were just
80s
like,
sucks.
80s music sucks.
Yeah, and well, I know, because I lived through that period, I know that there's some good stuff there.
You
Are
lived
we
through
talking
the
about the
Jurassic.
1880s?
You lived
or
through
the
the Jurassic
1980s?
period.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly Social Security age then, but like for instance, I was thinking about this Culture Club song called "Church of the Poison Mind," and I'm sitting there going,
Analog Kid
There's
is-
some 80s I just do not listen to.
well, see, but I was listening to that, but that reminded me of my dad and my then 3 or 4 year old son sitting on the living
It's
room
getting a little
floor
uncomfortable in here.
watching
Boy, George and
MTV,
my dad.
watching MTV together.
And the
My
3-year-old.
and my dad, was not into current music. He'd only play classical. So I'm sitting there thinking, I walk in the room and MTV's on, and I'm thinking my son is amusing himself. And there, him and my dad sitting on the floor watching MTV, and I'm like, Dad, you bastard! Where was this when I was listening to this, and this? And, and you were like, turn that shit off. And now he's sitting there on the living room floor doing that. So
I've got a similar issue. I listened to Nine Inch Nails ever since 1989 when they first came out. Pretty Hate Machine.
Don't bite the hand that feeds.
I still think Trent Reznor has not surpassed Pretty Hate Machine. That's just my opinion. So I would listen to heavy metal. I listen to Nine Inch Nails. I listen to a bunch of other stuff that my mother would not even give the time of day.
Yeah.
So years after I had moved out, all of a sudden my mom's pulling up in her CRX with 2 12s in the back, listening to Closer.
Nice.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, what the hell? Where was it? I mowed out my old age. No, fuck you! you tried to make me listen to Christian bands when I was into heavy metal because you didn't like Iron Maiden's lyrics of Seventh Son of a Seventh Son or Number of the Beast or whatever. Nine Inch Nails. What the hell is that crap you're listening to? And all of a sudden, here comes. I'm just like, no. No.
Well, I did the same thing. And speaking of the Closer song, I have a story because this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Used to manage a record store. And this GI comes in, and she looks like everybody's mom or grandma you pick. And so she's standing there, and the GI comes up to her and he says, "Ma'am, I need to ask you about a song, but I don't really feel comfortable asking you because I think you're going to be offended by what I'm asking you." And she says, "Is that right?" And he says, "Yeah." She says, "Well, go on." And he says, "Well," he starts to do some of the lyrics from the song, and she says, "Oh, and the rest of that is I want to fuck you like an animal." And he turned about 14 shades of purple, started laughing his ass off, ran over to his buddies and were like, come here. Can you tell my buddies what you just told me?" And she's like, "Sure." And she knew rap lyrics even if she didn't listen to it, or country even if she didn't listen to it, and she could spit that back at people. But that was one of those things that that was hilarious. That and when Peter Steele came into us.
Would you stop it?
What?
Because you said spit it back at people.
Well,
it's disrespectful.
The other disrespectful us? Fuck no. But yeah.
My whole problem with like, I like listening to music. I like listening to music when I work, especially music that doesn't have lyrics. Just pure instrumentals. I like listening to music when I'm in the car. The problem that I have is there's so little good music coming out recently that I'm getting very burned out on stuff that I like to listen to.
Are you getting old?
I know. Not as old as you, don't worry.
I'm the older sister. Don't you tell me he's getting old.
He's
But he's already getting to
hair.
the point where music sucks. I didn't get there for a while.
Well, no, you got to think that when you were coming out, you were coming out. No, but when you were growing up, well, not when you were growing up. 'Cause let's be real, when you were a kid, they had
When I was born,
the
when you were maturing.
When I was born, I was so ugly the doctor slapped my mother.
But back in the like the 80s and the 60s, even the 90s, you had good music coming out. Nowadays you have auto-tuned bullshit that's coming out. Everything that 90% exactly 90% of what's coming out is garbage. And the same can be said for the movie industry, the entertainment industry. I mean, we could talk about this all day.
Yeah.
But
cocaine is responsible, in my opinion.
The problem is, cocaine was responsible for good music. But the problem is,
you got a point there.
Just ask Eric Clapton.
Cocaine and acid and a lot of alcohol and weed.
The problem is the record labels are just looking for a quick buck, so they're going to package anything that sounds quote unquote good. The problem is there's nothing to replace what I'm listening to.
Not so much quote unquote good as quote unquote marketable.
Yeah.
Well, here I was watching a certain network yesterday. I think it was Henry Rollins said about In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. He said if you'd have brought that song into a record label and said we'd like to, along with this song, have 2 or 3 other songs and make that the CD, they'd laugh you right out of the office.
Do it nowadays, it's a different story.
No, he's saying if you do it now.
That's exactly. But
because In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, the original version is damn near 28 minutes long.
It's yeah.
It actually takes up one side of the original record.
Yeah.
Nice.
And of course most of it is extremely boring, which that's the only song I can think of that I like the radio edit better, because I listen to it and I'm like, okay, it's like, okay, pass the joint to that guy, and the other guys walk out of the room, and then they pass it to the other guy, and and that's how it sounded to me even then. But yeah.
Yeah, it's just there's not anything good to replace what I'm listening to, so it's getting to the point now where I'm actually listening to AM radio.
He is.
And you know what?
Wow.
It's
It's
great.
terrifying.
News, current events, weather.
Yeah. However, now
How sad is your life?
I will say
Current
also,
events, bitch.
I think also, like, for instance, the CDs that Analog Kid made for me have reacquainted me with the stuff that I liked about the 80s comfortably without me going, well, I mean, there's some stuff like Cutting Crew.
I put in Jackal.
Oh, that's excellent.
A Lumberjack by Jackal.
That's excellent stuff.
And he went in like, this came out of the 80s? Yeah, 89. And I put in, what was it, Tesla's,
I love.
not only the love song, but I put in Heaven's Trail, No Way Out.
Yeah,
He never
and
heard it.
I didn't know that was
He didn't know it
Tesla.
Tesla. I kept out the major hair bands like Cinderella. I kept
Thank
out
you.
Britney Fox. I
Thank
kept out the really big, oh my God, hair bands. I put in the bands that are loosely labeled hair bands because, like I said last time, technically they're mislabeled, but they still have that. They have a function. You agreed. They had a function.
Oh yeah.
You want to go out, play lawn darts and football and whatever in the backyard, 4th of July, you have a cookout and everything. You got 50 friends and family members, and you're listening to
Tesla's that up, and I thought
radio
that was
controversy in the background, Great White, Once Bitten, Twice Shy, whatever. It has a function of it's rock music that you have fun with.
Right.
As opposed to they weren't the Led Zeppelins, they weren't the Who's, and they weren't trying to be such.
Right.
But he agreed that
they're party bands.
They're party bands, and they had a function to, hey, it's good time music, it's good time rock, we're gonna have fun.
But
leave the drama at the door.
And the interesting thing is when I re-listened to that by way of those CDs, and if you want to throw more in, that's fine. When I re-listened to it, I during that time, I was kind of absent in a lot of ways, so there's some of that I missed, and the stuff that I got, I wasn't in the mood for, because I was still, I think, like we said last time, lamenting the passing of these other bands that I liked a whole lot better. But as far as like how I listen to music or why or whatever, they're the bands that have a soothing effect. Yeah,
I know you heard that too, huh?
Oh yeah. Thank you, Chapel Hill. Yeah.
Somebody's hungry.
That's
hey, there's sandwich stuff right behind me. Go make your own damn sandwich.
Yeah, there you go. No, yeah.
Every
time
sandwich.
I kind of disagree to a point with you.
Nameless.
Because there is a group of songs I could never get tired of. I don't care how many times I played.
Well,
Hold on. That's my rebuttal.
For example,
Great
Cult of Personality. I could never get tired of that song.
Right.
Never, ever get tired of that song. 2112. I could never get tired of the entire 20-minute song. I could never get tired of it. 'Cause there's a slew of Iron Maiden songs I couldn't get tired of. A couple Pink Floyd songs.
All right. So there's those, and then there's the flip side of this.
Well, yeah, because to a degree, I do agree with him, because there would be bands I would listen to. Okay, Limp Bizkit or Megadeth, whatever.
Could you imagine having a Limp Bizkit?
You know what it means?
No.
Ex-boyfriend.
Oh. I learned something today.
It's
I was thinking
like a 1950s term.
What?
It's a 1950s term.
Darling, my biscuit is very limp.
See, that's the direction I was going.
But at the same time, I can understand. I do agree with him, because you're like, what are you doing?
Making biscuits.
Soggy biscuits?
What do you do? You've asked me, so what are you doing this weekend? I'm looking for new music. Wow, what's wrong with you? I'm a little burned out.
Right.
Because I haven't heard anything released recently that just grabbed my attention. Like, oh my God!
Okay,
when I first heard "Man in the Box" by Alice in Chains,
yes,
I had to literally pull my car over, going, "Who the fuck are these guys?"
Right, And there are other moments that I've had like that, and I'm going to sound like a dinosaur when I tell you. But I think the last one of those that I had was 9 Inch Nails. At Woodstock 94, I guess it was.
Right.
When they came out and they had mud all over them. I was looking at the TV going, what in the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure them out, and that's why I liked them. And before that, when Metallica supposedly wasn't doing any videos, and they did the video for One, and I saw that on MTV, and I had the same reaction.
Which I thought was great. That was a great video. It was
yeah.
a very obscure movie that they edited in. But if Metallica had left it alone and that been the only video, it probably would have been the most awesomest video ever.
Yep. Now and now I'm going to make you guys have the dinosaur moment. Speaking of these little fellers,
we bought Fred Zeppelin 4 inflatable dinosaurs.
And I've been having all sorts of fun with them.
We will have pictures.
But Nameless here sacked it while you
Hell yeah. I sacked
every one of them.
So therefore it's mine.
Well, you know, if you're not going to sack it, go home and whack it. Oh.
What? Oh, God.
I've done that too.
Yes. Now
again, how sad is your
getting
radio
getting back to the dinosaur
I'll
moment.
be back.
Grabbing the AM radio with me.
Yeah. Oh, news radio!
Oh! What is he doing in the bathroom?
Don't worry about it.
But getting back to the
He's
dinosaur
adjusting
moment,
his antenna.
the first time I ever had one of those moments that I was just talking about.
What, whacking off?
No.
Oh.
I'm trying to keep
I already told you when that was.
I don't want to hear it again.
Oh, I'm glad
He
we're
was
not
in a
having
cave
that conversation.
with another gentleman.
No! Hell
You guys
no.
were just trying it out. There's nothing wrong with it.
Everybody experiments to
Well, it
a
was
point.
the 60s. No. But the first moment of like
60-80.
the 60, 80s. The first moment I ever had like that though was when I was in 8th grade. Okay, dinosaur moment, and I was walking across the lunchroom and
They
the
had jukebox.
jukebox was playing "Whole Lot of Love." And
Tell me you were wearing a leather jacket and just walked up and went and
No,
hit it and
I
it
was-
started playing.
I was probably wearing what they called a Peter's jacket back then. If you Google that, no, it wasn't with my Peter.
Oh, no.
I was
When
going
you
to
said
say, is
Peter's
that a
jacket.
nice way of saying loincloth?
No.
Oh, I thought when you said Peter's jacket, I thought he was talking about like
They're
a jacket
windbreakers.
made of sack.
Not sack.
A sack jacket, you know what I'm saying?
Write that down.
Sack jacket.
The new
If you're not gonna sack it, wear a
Sack
sack
jacket.
jacket. Wear.
That is
Alright.
great.
Take
All
your
right.
sack jacket off.
But
To stay a while.
that was the first one
No.
of those. Unless it was watching the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Should we have sack jackets with velvet gloves?
Oh, dear God.
Analog Kids writing it down.
Make it a hoodie.
Hoodie.
Now that might be one of those right there.
Oh, merchandise material?
No, yeah, make it a hoodie.
Oh, I was thinking it's a standard hoodie that says sack hoodie.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
wait, you know what you could do? Well, see, it wouldn't work because it's called a sack jacket. It was called a dick jacket. I could say we could make a hoodie that looks like a condom, and then you put it on and
They actually make clothing for dicks.
really,
A dick sock.
like I want a
Like
little
a trench coat, like a little trench coat. That
Oh,
goes penis.
I want a suit and tie. Just put it on. Just put it on. Where are you going? I'm going to work.
I'm
That's
going
funny.
to a function.
I'm going to discuss synergy.
I think we ran over you. So as far as music
With a
goes,
bus.
well, as far as
It was a
music,
short.
It was a short bus.
as far as music goes,
Well,
Giblets.
I'm actually surprised that Nameless, who is my brother, I'm actually surprised that it took him this long to get burned out on contemporary music.
yeah,
Because I got burned out when I was 17, freshman in college.
yeah.
But no, I am German rock music in German is my favorite. I guess you would say genre, for as far as music goes, and I've been a fan of for years since I was 17. I actually had no idea what they looked like until 2008 because all I knew was I knew the band's name and I knew that I liked their music and that was good enough for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, like from there, I mean, what?
I like agreeing with people. Leave me alone.
I'm trying to
You
ignore him.
But here's my question.
But listen. So from there,
Yeah,
I
bitch,
expanded
listen.
into the whole, into that whole
Expanded
genre.
into the
There was
whole.
there was Ice Pressure, there was Megahertz, there was so many other bands that I could get.
Megahertz. It's like megahertz, but it's German.
Sometimes we like to hurt
And
Megastar.
thankfully, I'm okay with listening to music in another language. I actually enjoy it a lot because there's so much more. I can go back in time. I can go back to previous decades, and I can go to other countries and say, let me see what you guys have got going on. So that was what saved me from being burnt out.
Well,
because
see-
I'll listen to music. Sometimes I need to wake up listening to music. Sometimes I need to go to sleep listening to music.
Yes.
And when I drive, I gotta listen to music. Sometimes I just want to chill out and listen to music. And so I listen to music a lot, and I do love the instrumental music pieces.
Mhm.
I like them a lot. I like, rock music, and I like techno music, so I like that whole electronic vibe and stuff.
Yeah.
But my question is that do you also listen to bands from Germany that do not sing in German?
Yes,
So you like the Scorpions?
I'm gonna
Wait,
make you
like
mad right
here
now.
I am, rocky like a hurricane.
Yeah, they're from Germany.
Oh.
Their first album was in
They couldn't
German.
even
but it
speak
didn't
English.
sound
I don't know
Got
any other
started.
song by them other than Rocky. I'm not
was
gonna
it,
lie.
Oh, Wind of
I want
Change.
somebody
like you. Is that
Some,
one? Of
I mean, yes, I will listen to bands that are from Germany that sing in English, and Oomph has songs that are in German.
Well, I
and
just
in
wanted to
English.
make sure because you
And
said
I like them.
you said you really became attracted to
The
German
spoken
music
German.
sung in German. So I
Well,
wanted to find out
Right.
because you
No.
also said you were burned out on contemporary music. But I can
But, I
completely
mean,
understand
like,
what you're saying.
I also really like the way that German sounds. That's why I studied German in college. That's
Right.
why I love the culture. I love the way it sounds. All that. And I'm starting to find that I'm the same way about Japanese.
I love
the
the
Japanese sounds. I love the culture. So I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of years I'm really into Japanese music.
Right. But see,
So-
I completely understand because he and I were going back and forth about music, and
Yeah.
I like Gaelic, Irish, and Scottish music. There's a band I just now
Shoot me in
discovered
the
called
forehead.
Calv.
I'm depressed. I have no potatoes.
It's
See, this is
called-
going to go to a very differentness. we're
I like music in all other languages. It just happens to be that spoken German is my
Right.
favorite.
But see, hold on, I'll give it to. I will pass the torch to you in a second. I want to clarify. I don't like your typical Gaelish. I'm gonna, we're drinking and it's all about,
Potatoes.
Yeah, I'm not. I like Albanock is a
potatoes.
Albanock is a tribal
I've got a sack of
drum
potatoes.
pipe band, where most of it's like big heavy drums and bagpipes,
Ah.
and it's not that typical Irish jig music or
Right.
stuff like that. But
Like
I also
like-
I firmly
in,
believe.
in Titanic, where they're in the bowels of the
Right.
thing, it's not all that. Okay.
Right, so it's not like that, but it was more like if you watch Rob Roy with Liam Neeson or Braveheart with Mel Gibson, it's that background music. As a matter of fact, the soundtrack to Braveheart, half of it was done by Albanock. But at the same time, we were talking about the music. I don't care what anybody's religious preference is. I don't care whether they have one or not.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, the most beautiful way you can play Amazing Grace is on the bagpipes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, probably so.
'Cause,
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
It's just, but then
Well,
again,
it'll make
if
you
you
cry
get someone
if
who
you do
doesn't
it.
know how to play the bagpipes,
Then it can be
it can be really horrifying. But I also found Auld Lang Syne done by the bagpipes, which I thought was great.
Old Lang Syne.
Yes. So now you can.
Hey,
have the
so
torch.
that
so I got the torch now?
You have the torch now.
All right.
Don't
But
light
no, what
yourself
I
on
was
fire.
going to say was it could happen.
Because he's flaming.
Oh.
No. But
It's on fire!
what I was going to say was I stopped listening to stuff like new stuff, like stuff that was coming out when I was growing up. I stopped listening to that a long time ago. The only band I really continued to follow would be Metallica, which doesn't count because Saint Anger was. But
Coolest name on an album cover
Yeah.
ever, but the worst fucking album ever.
Yeah. And then there was
James is rapping
Disturbed.
on that album.
Disturbed is the only other really good band that I've been following, or at least band that I like. And you give me the look. But those
I
are the
think
only
if we
two.
give
Other
you
than
a
that,
look, it's seeing potential for bands that we can recommend.
Exactly, because that's when you said Disturbed, I'm like, oh, I got a shit ton of bands you should listen to.
other than that, the only thing I'm going to say, Creedence Clearwater Revival.
See,
Oldies!
Yes.
you
We grew up listening to that.
were telling me, was it
We
you?
grew up-
I
all
could
the
never
oldies
get
music.
tired of hearing Born on the Bayou. I could never get
Oh,
I
tired
love
of
that
it.
song.
Never
Dude,
get tired
Who
of it.
Stop the Rain?
Who'll
I
Stop the Rain?
love that
Did
song.
you know that's an anti-war song? It's a protest
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, isn't
They
Have
did a
You Ever
bunch
Seen
of
Rain?
those.
That's the same thing, isn't it?
song. I'm not sure. I know Fortunate Son was an anti-war protest
Was it
song.
you, Analog Kid, that was telling me about when they were at Woodstock, somebody else was telling me, because I said, I think it was that work was telling me, because I said something about Live Aid and you won't see Zeppelin's performance because Jimmy was trashed, and and he picked the guitar out of the case and was like, "Oh yeah, let's go," boom, and that's why that performance sucked. And so, what was then said to me was that's why you don't see Creedence in Woodstock, even though they were there, because they took one look at the performance and said, "Oh no, that was subpar." And actually,
because John Fogerty is a perfectionist.
Well, exactly. I was going to say in that band, John Fogerty was constantly.
Dude, he still sounds great.
As a matter of fact,
he was re-recording a lot of the stuff
yes.
that they ended up putting out, and they were like, "That's not my bass line," or I didn't play that fill there. And
you also got to think that the rest of the band, including his brother, said, "You know what? We're just going to do an album without you because you're too much."
And that one sucked.
And he said, "Go right ahead. I guarantee you it's going to suck." And it actually did. And it was the least selling album by that band. I don't remember the name of the album, but
and that's why.
Fantasy Records actually sued Fogerty because he did another.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah, because he sounded too much.
He sounded like too much crazy. We were just talking about that earlier on the way over here. Was that. And I hate Neil Young. I just hate him with a passion. I like his music. But he got sued by
Neil Young doesn't like you very much.
I don't give a shit.
He doesn't have to. He's got enough money.
Neil Young got sued for not sounding like Neil Young.
He could buy and sell him.
So apparently it's a hit and miss thing. But yeah, I saw where John Fogerty got sued because he sounded too much like Creedence. I'm like, dude, he is Creedence.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
he always was.
But like I said,
that's who you went to see.
Born on the Bayou.
What's that song? Yeah. I know the lyrics to it. It's "Someday Never Comes."
You're right.
Yes. That's a really good song. That's about there's a lot of speculation, but it's about his parents' divorce, and it's also about the band breaking up.
Yeah.
And if you listen to the song, I fucking love that song. There's nothing like the oldies. I'm just gonna be frank.
My favorite is when Nameless was telling me one day what he likes to do at stoplights when there's another car that's blasting rap music.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah. So, if you're driving around, you get these guys that come up with I got my 24-inch rims. I think I'm cool. And, they got basses in the back of their cars, and all you hear is...
Yeah, it's called the ghetto trunk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's called the ghetto trunk.
So, these guys come up, and all you hear is... And so what I like to do is, if the guy's next to me with his windows down, I roll my windows down, and I start cranking Creedence. Yeah. And I'm just sitting there going, yeah! or if his stuff's particularly loud, I'll just start singing it at the top of my voice.
Well, shit, I was
ceased being a functioning band, 10 or 15 years before you were born, and they resonate with you.
Yeah.
And see... That is what timeless music is all about.
Yeah. And that's what I feel like they're not even trying to make anymore.
No.
I feel like they're just making whatever makes the money as opposed to thinking of what do I want to make as an artist.
And that is
don't
how
have the option to say I want to make art. What am I making?
That is the perversion that the record industry does to the artist. They'll bring them in and they sound like whatever it is, and they go, "Well, you can sound like this, can't you?" Oh, good. Better make 15 copies of this piece.
Well, it's like
Mr. Stain is now making country music.
Well, Shut the fuck up. I went to go take my son to school, and I'm waiting in the drop-off lane.
Yeah.
And I made a copy of the Gaelic music.
Did somebody drop something off?
Yeah, we're dropping the kiddies off at the I had the sunroof open.
Reference.
I had the sunroof open because I was driving my car, not my Jeep.
Stop it!
And I had the roof open and the windows down. And my kid, he's into the music. He actually likes it. So every time he likes something, he asks me to turn it up. Okay, can you turn it up a little more? Can you turn it up a little more? So by the time, it's like 8:45, I got to be working half an hour. So I'm like, okay, so the bell rings and we're rolling up and we come to a stop waiting for the first group of cars to let the kids out. And so he asked me to turn it up and I'm like, okay, I'm going to turn it up, but as soon as we get to a stop to let you out because the teachers will come and open the door, I'm going to turn it down. So all of a sudden here comes Amazing Grace on the bagpipes. And then it crescendos to a group of bagpipes. And there was a person of Hispanic descent walking in front of the car and a person of African American descent walking on the side of my car, and both looking at us like we lost our minds. What are those white boys listening to? I've never heard that strange screeching noise before.
Where's the bass?
That's interesting, though.
But yeah, I mean, we listened to a song called Sergeant Mackenzie, and it was about it was a grandson writing about his grandfather's death in World War I in the trenches, and it's a dirge. It's more a cappella.
I'm crying in me potatoes.
And my son goes, "This song is sad," and I said, "Do you want me to change it?" And he goes, "No, it's a good song."
Aww.
Doesn't understand why it's sad because
Right.
it's talking about his grandfather being bayoneted to death by a
Right.
German. But he knew that the song was sad based on the tone. So that spoke volumes to me, and I'm like, okay, so he gets it.
Yeah,
At
along the
6
lines of
years
what I was
old,
talking
he
about.
gets it.
And he
Nameless
doesn't
about.
have to know
And
what
he
every
doesn't.
single word
Exactly.
means.
Well, and that's, and like, for instance, I am in my, whatever how old I was, I was in my early 30s.
It was
And
many moons ago.
The first,
It's
yeah,
during the Spanish.
yeah, exactly.
Nobody expects that.
Do you remember the album?
No.
You mean you forgot it? We're
Yeah.
supposed to remember the Alamo, right?
Yeah, I know.
No, he was the cook for Lewis and Clark.
Yeah. Well, the first
So he's
concert
got a
I
record
took my
hat?
son to
I've seen it.
was, if I'm not
No.
mistaken, oh, I know. The first two shows I took my son to, Robert Plant was the first one, and that was and he liked that, and then the second one was we went to see Jimmy Page when he was in his Outrider tour.
Fred, can I just stop you for 1 minute just to say, Analog Kid, I hate you so much.
We need to get that shirt with the sperm with a little raccoon hat on top of it.
Yes!
Because we talked about having a picture of a sperm that says, "Don't touch my tail."
Don't
Yeah,
tread
yeah,
on me.
yeah, yeah.
Don't
And then
tread
we
on
had
me.
another
Don't tread on me.
Another one, a picture of a sperm that's all, with the tail all coiled up and a flag that says, "Don't tread on me."
It's gotta have a rattlesnake tail though, but it's gotta be made out of you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
it's white and like
Yeah.
lumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White and lumpy, huh?
Hell yeah.
There's
Like my mashed potato.
there's
I
a
was thinking
recent
to say sheets.
there's a re-
Aww.
No.
What were you saying?
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Brad.
say there's a recent reference to what I'm telling you, but I took him to both of those shows,
Right.
and when we went to see Jimmy, he was fascinated with the light show, and he's 8 years old, and the lasers are literally going almost directly over his head. Anyway, so Friday I'm driving home from work, and he calls me on the phone. He goes, "Dad, I gotta tell you this." I said, "What?" And he says, I was listening to such and such radio station in D.C., and the announcer came on and was discussing that he had a Robert Plant interview that he just did with him, where he sat down with him for X amount of time, and it's on the website. Go check it out.
Mm.
So he said I had to call the guy and say, "Dude, you know that's awesome. You're fucking awesome, dude. You got to actually interview the guy." And he's like, "Yeah." And he said, "I really like this job." And he said, "Well, I'm only, like 31, and I have seen, Mr. Plant
Boobies.
like twice, and, thanks to my dad." And he's like, "You rule," and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, that's that same kind of influence. Like, I don't know where you started listening to Creedence.
It was my dad. My dad is a huge old.
Oh, okay. Well, see,
And,
so isn't that interesting
yeah.
that kind of stuff gets passed along?
Yeah,
in
I mean,
your-
I got to grow up with the original with the records. My
Yeah.
dad's he's old school. He doesn't if it's on a CD, he doesn't like to listen to it, but he does because he kind of has to. He can't
Well,
get his hands
That's
on
like
records.
what you and I talked about. I would
Yeah.
rather have
an album.
analog as opposed to digital.
Well, and the reason is because it sounds better.
Oh,
So
it
you-
sounds so much better.
Oh, it does.
Even if you have a record player with a shitty needle,
Mhm.
it still sounds miles better
yeah,
than
yeah,
any CD ever will.
yeah, and
Of course,
that's
you can't
and,
manipulate a digital recording without destroying or degrading.
and here's
file.
another
Yep.
thing: you cannot download vinyl, can you? So a lot of companies are going to be doing things like that to thwart that kind of stuff.
That's how you get it.
She's going to beat your rails.
But okay, since you talked about your German bands and you talked about
Glauben!
some Brechen Sie Deutsch,
The
How
skin,
often-
the sausage!
God damn.
The sausage!
I got a big Schwanzstucker.
Schwanzstücke?
just Glockenspiel.
Some man sticker!
How often do you have to
Got
hear?
man meat.
Sorry.
Do you listen? Do you listen to?
I missed the question. What?
Bratwurst!
Since you talked about the music genre that you prefer, and
Yes.
some of the stuff that you
Yes.
wouldn't mind listening to.
Okay.
Sounds okay.
Okay, so
Croissant scepter, yes.
do you listen to mood music?
What?
For example, do you paint?
Yes.
Do you listen to a particular type of music while you paint that's different than while you work? Do you set the mood?
I don't set a mood. I think I look at how I feel when I want to do what I'm doing. So if I'm painting a particular piece, I want to feel a certain way. So if I'm feeling like I might be like, look, I need fucking techno music in order to make this piece.
Okay.
And and sometimes it's just instrumental techno music. Sometimes it's I want German lyrics. I want English lyrics. I want a female singer. I want a male singer. I kind of see what I want to listen to when I want to do what I want to do.
Now, do you have that attitude no matter what task you're doing?
Yes.
So for
the
lack of a better
exception is at work. More often than not, I prefer to have somebody talking while I'm working, so it doesn't distract me too much. Because I'll get into the music and I'll not
See, I have the opposite effect.
recognize
When I'm listening to
what's going on.
audiobooks, I'm listening to the book more than I'm working. But if I'm listening to music, it's a little bit better. But for
I'll tell you, classical art training, or even just if you're studying digital work or things like that, they will tell you classical music is what you need to be listening
Music
to.
without
music
words.
without words.
Because it engages the left side of your brain,
Yes.
the words.
well, that's one of the reasons why they tell you that when you have children, that as infants, to have them listen to classical music in their sleep in their crib, because they're using more notes, so it occupies more brain cells, makes them smarter.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Which technically makes a lot of sense, because if you're listening to like AC/DC in your sleep, it's the original 4-chord band. Nothing taken away from AC/DC. I think they're great. It's just that you could tell by listening to the first 3 bars of Angus Young playing, that's an AC/DC song. They have a distinct sound.
Yeah. The KISS concept. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes. Same thing with Eddie Van Halen. When
Is that what Kiss Me?
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, interesting.
I didn't know that either.
That's not the band KISS. That's not what that meant.
Oh.
I was about to say, Gene Simmons, you got me again.
The old fart has got me again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize he was making fun of Christopher time. Why don't you get your boys and I'll get mine and we'll have a rumble in the grocery store? That's what I thought you'd say.
15 minutes before you're supposed to be closing the store.
Yeah.
Get out.
Now.
Now. Get out now. But before you leave, call me Bruce Willis.
I will never appear in a movie naked again. Everybody knows there's one muscle you cannot exercise and make it bigger.
That's not true.
My ass.
No.
My big toe.
In the Terminator movie, when you see him walking naked,
Which one?
and the first one.
He's naked in all of them.
I don't understand.
Not like that, he wasn't.
I don't understand why they can transmit organic matter and living tissue over endoskeleton.
Now we're getting nerdy here.
Hey, shut up. But you can't transfer cotton.
You can't. Why?
It's plant material, dead plant material.
Whatever, dude. You can't transmit polyester.
Nylon? Did you not pay attention? Did you see any goddamn plants growing in John Connor's time?
I'm sorry. Did they still have clothes? Yes, they did. Well, then why didn't they go? Why couldn't?
Because they said nothing synthetic could go through, which is why the Terminator was covered in skin.
Blow me.
You couldn't handle it, bitch.
I'm going into next week. Oh man, look at those two out there.
I wrote you a love song, Sherry.
Well, thanks, Bill.
Now lean up
You
against the
think
pole.
maybe later I could put my dilly dum in your hoo-hoo?
Oh, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
There's
Okay.
still coffee.
Do you like my hair? I spent 3 hours combing it.
Well, the listeners that can't
like
see,
it,
there's 2
but it's
people
nice.
outside. They are obviously a couple, and there's a pole involved.
I see. His?
Speaking of poll, we need to have a poll for this week.
Well, we still have to get through the poll of naming you.
We still have to get to the poll.
I mean, unless you don't want a name.
Well, you know what? Maybe I don't. But
Oh,
I
I
really
right
just
then.
call him Young Nameless.
Young Nameless?
No.
The
I
DJ
don't like-
Nameless.
I don't like that.
Nameless? No. He needs a name.
I like John Plow.
Um,
And then my t-shirt can be Plow, and like think of it like a jersey, right? my jersey number would be 1, and on the back it would say plow, so it would be plow 1.
Plow 1.
Hell yeah.
Would your motto be plow your fields?
No. Plow your mom.
His
Is
last
there a
name
pain
could
train
be
involved?
Maybe.
his last name could be Stuppington.
Stupid thing.
It's another German weirdness thing that
Yes.
you guys are about to start doing again.
Sometimes I just want to raise my hand like this.
Why is
No.
it that I'm the only one in this room of German descent, and I'm not going there?
Because you're a wanker.
Oh, he's a bloody wanker, isn't he? Oh, I knew it.
Why don't you get in front of us and take your knickers off?
Oh, no, I don't want to see that, Harry.
Might.
He
Well, then
used
go in the other room.
he used the N word. He said knickers.
Excuse me, sir. This wanker has your fag. Do you really want to
Oh,
call
no.
me wanker?
No, you're not alright. Apparently I'm the wanker. May I suck on your fag, please?
And let's
so
go to
hang-
commercial.
so wait, hang on.
And you're
Before
listening to Backdoor Radio.
before we actually cut to cut and pause.
Yeah, I learned to talk.
Let's learn to turn into shut up. Let's go ahead. What was it? Is it Calv? Is that how it is?
Cal.
Let's go. I want to go ahead. I'm going to do this just for you, Calvy. I'm going to go ahead. What? I called him Cal. Don't interrupt me.
What the bleeding hell's on with him?
So I want to give a nice little shout out for my brother here over in Britain,
Yes.
who's giving us nice feedback. You're a little harsh, you asshole. But here's what I'm going to do for you, Calvin. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you. Sorry, I was going to Christopher Walken. I'm going to go ahead.
Your voice is straight, man.
I just took many of them.
They're all in his head.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a T-shirt, and we're gonna sign it for you.
We are.
And that's really all I got. Be thankful you're getting that, you bastard.
Do you think Cal might be able to tell us what a blowjob is?
Oh, Calv, can you tell me what a blowjob is?
Right.
I don't have Harry here. He doesn't like to tell me these things.
I'm not sure what's worse, the fact that we can say all this and he's laughing, or the fact that he's laughing.
Well, I wonder if he's sitting there like, I'm gonna kill this guy. Like he's acting real cool so he can meet us. It's like, oh, Cal, what's up? And then you just shiz me. Oh, Cal, what? I
It'll
thought
be
we
the
were
late
boys.
1700s all over again. I'm gonna burn DC.
Yeah, throw these tea bags in the river, bitch.
No, definitely.
I'm sorry, it'd be more like, oh, throw these tea bags in the river. Or was it the ocean? Whatever.
No, I need the tea for my tea and crumpets.
Alright, so we're gonna.
And I'm sorry, a scone.
No.
It's a fucking cookie.
No, but if we
yeah,
ever
yes, it is. Are we gonna pause?
If we ever go visit him, I want some real Guinness. Yeah.
Extra
Wrong
stout.
country.
You're listening to Backdoor Radio, bdrrocksonline.com, aren't they?
Aren't they what? Sexy? Yes, I am.
The best fist you'll ever have.
Oh. And it's free.
That's going back on the t-shirt.
And it's free.
That's right. I mean, we'll accept money.
So do you sing in the shower?
No,
Do you
but
sing
that's
in the car?
because I stopped. I don't sing anymore. I quit that years ago.
So you don't even sing in the car?
I will rock out in the car high and by myself, and
What were
it's at night,
what were
and
you-
there's nobody.
What were you doing? You were saying something about you were. I think you were listening to Motley Crue. You were texting. You sent me a message at work where you said, "Yeah, I was totally rocking out some Motley Crue, some Dr. Feelgood one time."
Yeah, but I wasn't singing it.
Oh,
And I'm
I
like,
was just rocking out in the car to it.
I was trying to picture you in that itty bitty little station wagon rocking out to Dr. Feelgood,
And I did it, motherfucker.
talking
What?
about some rat-tailed Jimmy.
I definitely. I mean, I'll sing in the car, but I don't.
Holla.
Yeah.
Holla.
Holla?
Holla, holla, holla.
What about you?
Word up.
But I mean, I don't sing. I don't consider myself a singer. I quit that shit like back when I was like 18. So I mean, I
Why?
used to sing, and I probably still have a decent singing voice, but I will not do it. So I rock out in the
Challenge.
car. That's it. I mean, I guess if you get me drunk, I mean, yeah, I might sing.
There's some Bacardi right there.
And-
I saw it when I put my tea in the fridge.
Really?
Is that what the kids are calling it these days? Putting your tea in the fridge?
Yeah.
Aw, it's another teabag joke
That one was for my special buddy.
for your special buddy in Britain.
Yes.
Over in the UK,
I'm in the UK.
He's out
our
there
first
now.
technical fan, other than ourselves.
Is there anybody else?
And your wife.
Do what now?
Isn't she a fan? Or did she just humor us by saying that, yeah, that sounds great?
Sure, you guys are great. Don't come back.
Oh, she said that we were an acquired taste. Especially when we were doing the please put your whatever DVD from the scanner into the bag.
Yeah.
She just shook her head and she said, y'all are acquired
I
taste.
previewed that on her and on Better
She did.
Half.
She hung her head in shame like, really?
Wait, was that the thing that you got? Was that the thing about having the scanner that reads what you're
Yes.
buying in a porno store?
Yeah.
Or an adult store?
Yeah.
Is that really what you waited all week to tell me? Because I really wasn't that affected by it. Like, really, I just was like,
I
yeah,
thought
that
you
would be
would
funny.
It was
I thought you would
the
be.
excitement was the anticipation.
Yeah.
Clearly, and
And of
I
course,
was,
the
well,
execution left my
I
feet
even
inside.
I was surely
You know what?
disappointed.
I think there's a lot
I
of women
even
that
said
would
the
agree.
build-up was ridiculous, you know, but I just found that humorous when I'm sitting there trying to place that in different things,
Mhm.
and the one that struck me the oddest was that. But,
It's a guy thing. We
It's a
find
guy
this.
thing.
We thought it was hysterically funny,
yeah. But
and we've been back and forth in all week. You know, please put this in the bag. Please
yeah,
put this in the bag.
yeah.
You know, we're sitting there texting each other like, "Yeah, please put this in the bag," and you know,
Please put your nuts in the bag.
They're already there. That's the cool part.
Then why are you paying for them?
because the bag looks like
Paying for nuts?
No, that's called double
They
bagging.
said the bag looks like your mouth.
Oh, God, no.
Oh.
Got the whitest teeth I ever came across. I can keep going too.
Oh, God.
Got a pretty mouth there, boy.
Why's it gotta be a boy?
It's in Deliverance.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
Don't ask me. Ask the director of Deliverance.
Equal rights.
You haven't
What's
seen.
that got to do with anything?
I don't think I don't.
You
Have
want to
you,
stand in line? I want my fair shot.
Oh.
Next summer, you're getting it all over your face.
Wait. that needs to be the tagline of the movie. Next summer, you're getting it in your face.
Are you
or
sure there hasn't been a porno that's already done that?
next summer.
I don't know. How often do you?
Next summer, you get it in your face.
In your face.
Oh.
And then the summer after, it'll be in her hair.
Oh,
And
wait.
then drag you in.
How about your eye?
I was when I went into basic training. I met a guy named
Oh, then he got one in his
Oh,
eye.
wait, I met a guy. He was a bartender before he joined the army, and he was telling me at one time that he accidentally shot off in his girlfriend's eye. And it was the funniest thing. It was like one of those you had to have been there moments. I couldn't stop laughing. I was crying so hard. I was laughing so damn hard. But of course, he was saying, and it wasn't funny to her.
What?
I'm amazed you can still make noises.
I think something gave him some gas. I think we gotta figure out what the fuck it is and don't let him have any more.
It was my sandwich.
All right then, you dirty bastard.
That fakakta thing, whatever it was, don't let him eat that. I don't care.
Fakakta.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. But
Oh, man.
Why's it gotta be man? Why can't it be oh woman?
Oh, person of non-specific gender.
Thank you.
I thought we weren't being PC in this damn thing.
Fuck no. We can talk about tits if you want.
We have to be politically correct.
Who the fuck said that?
Your mom.
Oh, played.
Hey, I've met your mom.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, your mom's hot.
Is that why you were putting your teeth back in?
Yeah.
They look presentable.
Yeah.
So I mean, now out of curiosity, do you not have any teeth because you had to pull them all out for currency back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got wooden dentures.
Oh,
That's why Washington looks the way he does, because he had to borrow Fred's teeth.
Yes. But you'd think I'd have more money if that were the case.
Awkward
What is
silence.
your topic?
Oh, my topic?
Oh, yes.
Since you're actually bringing something to the table this time.
I'm on a fucking rant here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Rant up, bitch.
I have an issue
Prepare
with...
yourself.
Yes.
Check your shit.
I have
Before
an
you
issue
wreck
Yo,
yourself.
shit at the door.
with the
Motherfucker!
door hit you where the dog should have bit you. Alright, so... I have teenage children. And the problem with that is that they are...
There's lots of problems with
There's
that.
lots of problems, but the one that grabs my nuts the most...
Oh.
Oh!
Don't lie, I saw you smiling.
They weren't wearing velvet clothes.
What about the vampire gloves?
What about the sag jacket? Were they wearing a full ensemble?
Oh,
No, it wasn't full ensemble. So, if you can't articulate, you shouldn't breathe my air.
Indeed.
That's exactly how I feel.
Oh snap, we going down this road.
First word that's on my shit list is conversate. It's not a fucking word.
Nope.
It's you can converse, you're conversing, or you're going to have a conversation. Conversate, you made that fucking word up.
What about conversationalize?
That's actually a word.
There we go.
Conversationalist, but not
Conversation
conversationalized, I don't think. Is it?
I will double check that.
I have Google. Let's check it right now.
Conversate.
I've
Don't
actually
type too hard.
heard. I've actually
Don't
heard.
type too hard because all you're going to hear is...
How's it go? I've actually heard people use the word conversate, and I just want to punch them in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Chillaxing. Is my shirt too big or is my flesh crawling?
Well,
Now-
I don't like preach.
As in appreciate?
Uh,
Yeah.
Can I just butt in here to say that Conversationalize was a Def Leppard album?
Yes.
I thought it was adrenalize.
There's adrenalize and conversationalize.
Really?
Yes. I hate it when people speak in text.
Yo, I'm LOLing so hard right
And I
now.
just want to punch you in the fucking nuts.
Not my giblets!
Does
He
anybody...
wanted to punch me in my man big, and I didn't like it.
My man berries.
I can't stand it when nobody can actually pick out the 8 parts of a sentence while actually looking at a sentence.
What's a verb?
Verbs, nouns, punctuation,
Subject, predicate, past participle, adjective.
Well, a lot of
dangling participle.
A lot of what you're
Fine,
talking
dang.
about.
I've got a dangling participle right now.
I think
FYI, though, conversationalize is not a real word.
no,
There's
it's
no
not.
dictionary results. Def Leppard, what the fuck?
Well, when you
Well,
talk
look how
about
Def Leppard is spelled.
I'm just
Look
saying.
how Led Zeppelin is spelled.
right,
What do you gotta say
when
to that, Fred?
Exactly.
Well,
That's
I
true.
actually know why they actually listed it.
Because everybody was going Lead Zeppelin back
As a matter of
then.
fact, who was the manager of the band?
You know what?
Peter Grant.
Peter Grant said that he did not want some thick American calling it Lead Zeppelin.
You're right.
Now, I'm actually going to bring this up because
Yeah.
we're talking about, words and this is how kind of far the rotten apple has rolled down the hill. Online, gamer tag, I'm going to regret saying this, but my gamer tag is John space Plow, Plow. Okay? Now, online, people pronounce it constantly John Plow. Did I spell it wrong?
Plow is actually spelled Plough, isn't it?
yeah.
That's what I thought.
And even if I had spelled
Well, 'cause-
Ploe, that would make sense because the E would elongate the O.
However,
However,
however, Gameless.
This is my rant, goddammit.
well, you know what? I'm stealing it. Beep. What? So,
Conversate that, bitch.
yeah, bitch.
Word. Or
Conversate a
Don't hit
nomicon.
me.
Hit her.
No.
I
You're the
shall
conversating
conversate by
nomicon?
example.
What?
Shut up at me. You were saying...
Do you want me to get the ashtray?
No, I'm good.
The ashtray, I'll take
Stop tempting me with your fag.
Oh, and
Analog.
he's sniffing it?
Oh man, he
You
sniffs.
know, men
He
always
sniffs
have
the
to
fag.
sniff
He sucks the fag.
He wants the bag.
He inhales the fag.
If only you weren't his sister.
Say it anyway. I don't care.
No.
No.
The word Bill
No.
Clinton comes to mind. Do you still want it now? After it's been Bill Clintonized?
I don't know where this is going.
You don't want to know.
Bill Clinton had
No, I don't want you to explain it to me.
No.
I don't want
please.
any more information. I just want it to stop.
There's a reason why
See, now
presidential
I'm
services
actually
is not
interceding
allowed.
on. Damn it! I'm actually interceding on Giselle Noir's behalf.
That should be the word of the day. Interceding.
Is it a real word?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. I'm just making sure for your rant so you don't have an aneurysm.
INTERCEDING, I believe. And what I'm doing is just going, yeah, you don't want to go there. That's what. See, the look should have done it.
Yeah, when I look at you, that should speak volumes. Remember,
I'm
I ruined
terrified.
everything for you.
You ruin everything for everybody.
So, conversate.
Word
Flow.
instead of we're. There's
Flow.
a fucking apostrophe.
Exactly.
God
Thank you.
damn it.
Well, but I think
Apostrophize.
texting.
Bitch!
I think texting has gone a long way to ruin language that way.
Well,
Because you'll text things in a way you don't speak them.
Well, and the thing with texting, though, is, you get, 160 characters.
Yeah.
And when you're texting, okay, that's sort of understandable. When you're doing it in real life, no.
Yeah.
Stop.
When I
Right.
opened up my bank account for the first time, I was standing behind a woman that was trying to write a check in texting.
What?
She was doing
How
text
is that
abbreviations
possible?
on her check.
Were you lolling all over the place? Were you raffling?
Was there a rafflecopter?
There was a rival.
Raffle
Did you roll in
copter?
on LOL
Is that-
roller skates?
Can you find that in Google? Rafflecopter?
It's all over the internet.
Yeah,
There's
the-
GIFs and shit.
Oh wow.
I'm sure there's an app for that.
Well, I am a little old. I know there's an app that farts.
Let's like
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
I got
No.
an air horn one on my phone.
Fucking
Don't play the air
ridiculous
horn
is
one.
This shit.
You
You like that Yoda speak?
what was slang is different.
Right.
There's some slang. Okay,
Common vernacular, if you will.
Well,
Oh,
my
snap.
my
Yeah,
rant will
bitch.
do next
You
time.
getting Caucasian on this motherfucker.
he and I started talking about pet phrases.
Yeah, like, I get it. He'll say, all right, well, I get that. Or
I
get
can't
it."
stand it when someone says, "I know, right?"
Oh, dude,
No.
abbreviate I get it into text. It's Iggy.
Why is abbreviation such a long word? You ever notice that?
Yo, dude, if you abbreviate I get it, it's Iggy.
If you breathe,
I'll breathe that, bitch. Sue, suck it. No, it'll be C. Ah, that's yes in Spanish. Dude, I'm over that. Took it to a whole nother language. We corrupted the Spanish language now.
Punctuation. That's
Oh,
another
yeah.
one.
Oh, God.
Commas. They're there for a reason.
There's a difference between let's eat grandma and let's eat grandma.
Exactly.
Damn.
And I'll give you
I don't
another.
know, not where I came from.
I'll
No,
give you
I'm
another-
just kidding.
I'll give you another example.
I don't want to play anymore.
I'll give you another example. If you look at the Bible, the Old Testament's 5,000 years plus old. The New Testament, just under 2,000 years old.
And their translation.
There's 4 translations
Yes.
because it was originally in Aramaic
Mm-hmm.
and Hebrew.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In Hebrew, there are no written vowels and there's no punctuation. Then it translated into Greek, which has punctuation but no written vowels. Then it was translated into Latin. Then it was into Old English and then American English. So there's like 6 or 7 translations there. Now,
And it's also edited.
And
it's also
The
edited.
King
I-
James version, that is an edited translation.
I am
Exactly.
going to go to hell for saying this, but could you imagine the new English version, like the text message version of the Bible, and we hung him on the cross and we were all lulling about it.
No, there were no lulls to be had that day.
And on the 3rd day, he lulled. he got into his rafflecopter and descended into heaven. I mean,
And then we were all like 404, Jesus not found.
Well,
You can take any sentence minus, you can take any verse in the Bible minus Psalms and Proverbs,
Mm-hmm.
because those are all poetry.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
take the verses
Yeah.
and you just put the comma somewhere else, it changes the entire meaning of the sentence. And you could do it almost up to 4 times by putting the comma in 4 different
I
places.
did it
in
up
the
to 4
sentence.
times, but it was a long time ago.
You got 4 dinosaurs around you.
He's got a, what's a dino harem?
So you were a dino pimp.
Yeah.
What you mean you ain't got my rocks?
Bitch.
Smack you to back my pit head.
What do you
My
mean you ain't...
motherfucking tree stump.
I ain't lolling right now.
What do you mean you ain't got my rocks, bitch? Come on! I'm going to smack my bitch up right now.
Damn it, you knew he was wandering around the damn desert for 40 years. Carrying an ark and shit. Punctuation. Learn it. It's there for a reason.
Yeah.
And putting an exclamation point at the end of a capital LOL does not count.
No.
It doesn't mean it was funnier. It just means you don't know what you're doing.
It just makes you sad looking, as far as I'm concerned.
In the context of
clown shoes.
In the context of working in the media business, then you should make it your business to learn the language, even if you slaughter it intentionally for fun. You should know.
But that's different. But you got kids walking around now looking like a bag of dumbass hammers because they can't fucking speak English.
Well, you know what the funny thing is?
When
every
they turn into hookers later, for Christ's sake.
Well, what I want to do, I want to carry
just
around a
don't
sack
name
of
them.
hammers with me, and when I see somebody, be like, "Can you hold this?" And then
Take a picture.
That would be great if they're blonde.
Dude, what we'd like to do is, like, you know, if you're me and a couple of my buddies, what we'd like to do is, you know, if we're out, say, just getting food or something, you see this guy walk up, he looks like a tool bag, just sit there and yell out a number. Similar to what you do. You're like, 43! And you're the guy who hears it, but he doesn't know what you're talking about. It represents the number of hammers he would be equated to in a bag.
Oh, like when I price women when I'm standing.
Exactly, yeah.
That's about 200 an hour right there, huh? Yeah.
Yeah!
Does that include dinner?
Does it include what?
Does that include dinner?
James Hetfield can't say no.
He just did.
Oh.
Now you're going to the Chuck Norris.
It would be no. If he said no, it would be like this.
No! Noah!
Yeah, more like
Noah.
that.
Noah.
Noah's Ark.
Hey, James
No,
Hetfield reading the Bible. That would be great.
And I have a red letter edition at home. A King James Bible red letter edition.
You need to bring that next time.
The King James red letter?
Yeah.
Why?
I collect Bibles.
What do you do with these Bibles?
Don't ask.
He goes into the
150-year-old Bible.
He goes into the bedroom and reads
I
the
got
30
I got a Bible when I
pages.
was confirmed in the Presbyterian Church. I got one for when I was in the Episcopal Church. I've got a King James Standard, and I got a King James Red Letter, and I got a New Edition Red Letter.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting collection. You just don't.
Because they're different. I collect them for they're actually literally different books.
Yeah. I
So-
don't. Like I said, they're trans. I mean, I learned this from studying German literature in college. What we had to work with, because the classes were taught in English, and the professor at the time was really awesome, and he apparently did a lot of research, and actually, because he was also a German professor, so he did a lot of research in finding books that were translated that were very close to the original text. But the main thing that you learn, especially like I was studying German and taking these German literature classes taught in English, is if you look at it, it's not the same. It's not the same as if you were to just read it in the original text. For example, Franz Kafka's Metamorphosis. The word that he uses to describe what the main character wakes up as in the morning is Ungeziefer, which literally translates to pest or vermin.
You touch my Ungeziefer.
In English, a vermin. In English, a pest is usually, associated with insects, and vermin is usually associated with mammals, such as rats and things like that. And apparently, when Kafka, because these were the stories that were released in magazines, he specifically didn't want an image of what the main character had transformed into, because he didn't want people to associate it with one thing or another.
Right.
He wanted it to be ambiguous. He wanted the reader to have it make the idea in their head. When it is translated into English, more often than not, they use the word cockroach.
You said cock.
But I mean,
Sometimes I like a little cockroach with my
and that's not
literature.
even close to
Why are you
what the
raising
original
your
intention was.
hand?
Oh, you were asking me, nameless person, you were asking me why I was doing this when I was doing the German accent?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I watch Dr. Strangelove, which I highly recommend you see if you haven't.
Great fucking movie.
That is one of the best movies of all time. If you haven't
What
seen
movie?
it,
Dr. Strangelove, or How I Fell in
Put
Love
that
with
in your
Bomb.
Netflix instant queue or something. Because Peter Sellers is terrific in that movie.
In
and
which
he's-
role? All seven?
All of them, yeah. So, and so anyway, he's playing this what was he, Secretary of State?
Secretary of State, I think he was the president.
And he was sitting there going like, he was in the wheelchair and he's talking like this and he's every once in and he can't help but do this even though he's supposed to have been reformed.
Yeah.
And that's where this comes. It's like sometimes I just can't help raising you up like this. And it's like that.
Wow, twice in one recording.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
We're going to hell.
Yeah. But
I'll meet you there. I'll save you a seat.
But that's a movie that you should check out, both of you.
Well, it's like I went to go see Armageddon in theaters,
Mm.
and when Steve Buscemi's on the nuclear device,
Yes.
and he says,
And that's what it
he goes,
reminded
get
you.
off the nuclear device. He goes, I just want to feel the power between my legs, brother. Like Slim Pickens in that film. And I started laughing in the theater, and
nobody else was
I was the
getting
only
it.
one who laughed, and everybody turned around like, why is that so fucking funny? And I'm like, you need to leave the theater now, go to Blockbuster, and rent Dr. Strangelove.
Thank you. You seriously should. Slim Pickens is awesome in that movie. Peter Sellers in every single role is awesome in that movie. George C. Scott. Who did the guy that was all about water filtration and all? What was his name?
I don't remember, but it's also got
boobies.
Titties.
Hey,
Tatas.
Hey, it's got sort of a sort of titty flash over there.
Oh shit!
I have the internet right in front of us.
I can see his face.
We can internet boobies.
It's got James Earl Jones in it as well.
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones played one of the pilots to the B-52s.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
If I'm not mistaken, he's uncredited.
No, you should. But seriously, you should really watch that. That is
okay. You told me like 8 times.
Do it now!
I saw it
You
back
can
in college.
do it now!
I was probably not sober when I watched it, so I don't really remember it. But I remember seeing it and remember it was a good film. And yes. And Walken is scribbling very angrily on a piece of paper.
I'm just going to say he's conversating via the paper.
No.
I wouldn't want you to do that to me either.
I keep telling you, you couldn't handle it.
When you showed her something and she said no, I thought it was show me your boobs, and she said
no. It's just said fuck you.
Oh,
because she said let's conversate about it. Fuck you.
No, I asked should we conversate about it.
Same thing, same tone, same whatever.
You said.
Well, we were still on that.
Conversate was in the sentence.
Conversation. Conversation. Namaka.
What?
Conversation. Namaka.
Tell a kitty what it is.
Tell a kitty whatever you like.
That's a Red Dwarf line. I stole it. I admit it.
Red Dwarf.
That's right.
Fucking love that show.
Learn about it. Sorry, I had a burp while I was saying it, and it didn't really burp.
I thought you hadn't got past puberty yet.
Oops.
No, that was my constipated grace then.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, sorry. Oh, God.
Oh, wow, that sounded a little loose over there.
Well, I am old.
We don't like it loose.
No.
Jesus Christ in heaven, really?
How you like me now?
Somebody light a match.
If you did that around the pit bull at the house,
he'd go nuts.
Oh, yeah,
Dogs go fucking crazy.
All you have to do is with him is take that same roll of paper there and go, and he'll just be like this, and then he'll run out of the room.
Yeah.
How's it go? No, the dog's reaction.
The mini seizure that the dog has when he makes that noise.
Like if somebody hit his funny bone or something.
Like that. All you gotta do is that.
Sound like a dying dinosaur.
Yeah, well,
But he would know.
I'm sort of on the exploration end over
The
there.
expert
I've
of the
heard many of my
exploration.
brethren die in the great civil war of dinosaurs. Did they have a civil war?
That's
I'd
why
like
they're
to think they
extinct.
did.
Did they call this land
This man.
this land?
This
No,
land.
they called this land their land. They called it our land. They called it my land.
And then.
And then there was a trail of tears.
And then
Too soon, man. Too soon.
And then
Sorry.
he felleth asleep.
In the
He
trail of
noddeth
tears.
off.
He noddeth off.
He nodded.
Not at all. Oh, man.
Sort of like
Well, should we take a break?
And then he
Make a sandwich?
tickleth my pickle.
we're gonna.
Can
And
you
then,
stop saying that?
I can't. What? Tickleth my pickle?
She wants to keep saying, can we make a sandwich?
Oh, I thought you were talking
No!
about tickle my
We're
pickle.
making your own damn
I was
sandwich.
about to say it's a condition. I can't help it.
You're making your own damn
It's called
sandwich.
sandwichitis.
No, it's pick.
You guys can make
We'll be right back after this, player.
BDRRocksOnline.com.
Okay, now we'll be right back. As soon as we figure out how to pause this.
Hurry up! Through constipated grace, the young boy learns to poo. Yeah!
That was a shout out.
Yeah, there's a shout out to my boy Kev. Because, you know, he gave us that idea. I wish I could claim ownership to that one.
Who the fuck is Calv?
You know what? You're being a negative nonce right now. What? Because he's in Britain, you don't know him? Oh, look at you on the other side of the world, living on your little island.
It's Calv, you reread.
Oh, is it Calv? Well, look at that.
Look,
Now I just feel stupid.
he forgets that quickly. And I'm old.
Short attention span.
Hey.
Technically, it was Calv's friend, and Cal didn't say his name, so I think we should just call him Kevin.
Okay.
See that? That's who I was talking about.
All right.
Clown.
Don't even try to save it.
I'm sorry. When you talk now, all I hear is...
And we got a little story time.
Oh, is this story time? Story time. Story time.
Do it. Do it.
Every time you gotta do it. Come on. man.
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
You better do
You
it.
gotta do it.
Do it.
Please.
Do it.
Damn it!
Sorry, every time you talk, I hear.
You hear what? I'm sorry. I can't hear you over the sound of that terrible impression.
No, I was actually making the impression of your nipples being twisted. Yeah.
If only.
Story time. Story time. Story time.
Do it again.
Story time. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Yeah, do it again.
I mean, no.
I just sang through constipated grace, and you won't even give us story time.
Do it again, Analog. Do it.
I just sang through constipated grace, and you won't give me a story time.
I just did it.
Do it again.
Attention?
I was, but I forgot because I have a short attention span. Bitch.
Jesus is dead.
Wow. Ellie, what'd you have to go there for?
Because you weren't paying attention.
What if Elmo was like a Satanist?
What if Elmo was the...
Praise the Dark Prince, for he shall return. Sacrifice something. That tickles.
Have you seen that one?
Tickle me.
Have you seen Elmo? Have you seen the YouTube video of Elmo and Tigger fucking?
You know what? Let's just go right past that one.
Oh my! That is fucking hysterical. Right at the end of the thing, after they're doing that, you hear that tickles. All right, story time.
Who's going first?
Age before beauty.
All right.
You're lucky,
But
because
you're
if
in
it was
the middle.
beauty before age, I'd win.
Well, let's see. Or what are we calling this voice?
Do you have your reading glasses?
I'm wearing them, dipshit.
I thought you had to put glasses over your glasses.
You know those little Hubble telescopes? I can see Mars from here.
But I can't read without the glasses.
I can't look. My glasses in my shoe.
Is that like a Jewish Christopher Walken?
I can't look. My glasses are in my shoes.
No, that doesn't work.
It
All
does.
right, so this will be from
Had
the
to try
book Cheap Psychological Tricks: How to Get What You Want and Be Happy.
Why is there a rabbit coming out of a hat?
I don't know.
Pulling magic
Read
tricks out
by-
of your ass.
Read by Sloppy Joe, is it?
Yes.
Or Trench Coat?
I'm quite partial to Sloppy Joe.
I am quite partial to Slam Joe's one.
All right.
Analog Kid, what's your 2 cents?
Nobody gives a rat's ass.
Then continue, Sloppy Joe. My apologies.
Yeah, because nobody's talking over here.
Oh.
Here we go. Are we ready? Cheap trick number 25. Your sexual peak. Oh, God. As soon as you wake up in the morning, your body begins to create the hormones that'll sustain you until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh my god, I just thought of something really great.
The first hormones to kick in triggers the craving for sexual activity.
I'm up. I'm horny. Let's
Oh,
go.
Yeah.
I
Why
got
is the
wood.
body set up this way? Why the fuck do you think, dumbass? Because there's 9 zillion nerves in the human body, and 8,999,000 whatever yada yada are in the penis. That's why. You stupid motherfucker. I'm done.
I just thought of something really great, and I wish we had done it. I wish we had done it before you started reading.
What?
We should start doing story time and see who can go the longest without laughing.
Yes.
We were kind of already doing that. If you really think about it, we really like I mean, you lost first
Yeah.
thing. I mean, to be honest.
I
But
didn't realize it was a goddamn
Dude,
contest.
you were lolzing all over the
Will
place.
you shut the
All right, how are you going to read what you're going to read?
I don't know if I'm going to do it this time because I was looking for an Edgar Allan Poe book all this week,
Yeah.
oh,
and I never actually had a chance to practice.
Well,
Oh, well, how are you going to read it?
Rob
I was-
No, it's a surprise. Story time. I'm gonna read
No, he doesn't handle surprises very well in his age.
Oh yeah, he might give him a heart attack.
Yeah.
or he might pop.
No, that's when I get home.
Oh, I was thinking like.
You can hold your wad that long?
Yeah. I'm old. It takes a while.
I was thinking
going
like
to
tubing the
read
pants.
The bells in a Scottish accent.
Do it.
It's not in the book.
Oh, no.
Internet, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that you would be reading Macbeth.
Yeah, well, you gotta work with what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, because somebody didn't bring the material.
Hey, somebody would reply to emails.
Somebody would reply to emails.
That is why you fail.
That is why you fail.
Epic fail, you bastard.
And that is why I failed.
Aww.
Alright, so, whose turn is it?
You're the last one with a book in your hand.
Oh, well, you're still looking at the shelf. Oh,
Doesn't mean
no.
I have a book in my hand ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm perusing.
Oh, you're perusing? Why don't you peruse
This.
my wiener in your mouth?
Aww.
Yeah. Make it gay. How's
Take
that?
it outside.
Save that for the deep end.
Aww.
I always say.
All right. So, I've got what is this? Shakespeare, the
Yeah.
sonnets of William
I was
Shakespeare.
going to say, what is this shit?
What is this shit you want me to read? Sonnets, boy, I've got a stiffy right now for this. Not really, if you couldn't tell by the sarcasm in my voice. Here we go. Music to hear. What else would you do with music? Why hearest thou music sadly? Because it sucks. Sweets with sweets war not. Joy delights in joy. I don't know what that means. Why lovest thou that which thou receiveth not gladly? Probably because it was a terrible gift. I don't know. Maybe because your music is terrible. See line 2. Or else receiveth with pleasure. Whoa. Now that's something I can get into. Erotic music. Boobies. If the true concord of well-tuned sounds by unions marriage. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, girl. Do offend thy ear. Yes, they do. Thy do, but sweetly chide thee. What is this? There's words that don't make sense in any of. Why would you say? Why not just say, get my penis and put it in your mouth musically? I don't understand.
We're playing the flute.
I'm done with this skin flute. Yes, don't interrupt me again. I didn't realize I was going to come here and get interrupted.
Well, that's what you weren't coming anyway.
And now you just hurt my feelings. It was a personal attack on my persons.
Your backup singers?
I hate you.
Stand in line.
Now,
Take a number.
some good news, good lines that would come out of actually all three of you.
But you better catch up.
You're going to be
I
hard
know.
pressed to try to write some more slogans down.
You're gonna have a shit ton of merch when the site launches.
I think so.
So we're just gonna be like, let's make everything.
And you know, you can put like little quotes on the
Oh, I
side
got
in
the
different
coffee.
places, like that.
Email. Coffee.
Oh, yeah.
I was sitting there
I
thinking
thought
you
it was
were doing
funny. I
T-shirts,
jerk
and
at
I thought, funny.
I thought he said I'd jerk at it.
Hey, if the mood's right, why not?
If you aim properly, you'll hit it.
backdoor coffee.
Oh.
It's kind of muddy. Don't worry about it.
It's called
No.
Batcave.
It's a little too creamy for my taste.
Ugh.
Pills and tablets for the precious of women's reading the topic may think it's funny. I think it's funny. No, you don't. If you think you love it, that means you feel habit. No, it's not a laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter. It's appeasing the public. It's gross. It's sickening. I don't think it's that bad. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Sorry, I just wanted that. That one was for me.
That was amazing.
Don't touch the precious.
It was rather Scythian of you.
Scythian? Sith Lord.
He's from the island of Treloar.
Sit lower? What?
Aww.
Lower, 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 top of the smoky.
Or how about this? I love you, baby. Deeper. I love you, baby.
Check it out, guys. It's raining men outside.
What?
Listen, I've
Oh,
done
it
to
is
like
raining.
My
5
shirt's
right
not
now.
off.
What?
What's your shirt got to do with it?
Nothing.
Look, if it's raining men, I'll have to be back shortly, okay?
You're gonna go stand outside with your mouth open, aren't you?
Mouth breather.
Huh?
Mouth breather.
Yeah.
No, I'm just waiting because he goes outside and all you hear is a.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all wet outside.
Oh, God. He said wet. Oh, God.
Notice how she didn't say what.
No.
No, she would say moist.
She would say bored. Right?
Hurry up.
Right, Giselle?
What are we doing now? You're looking intently at the screen. She looked intently at the screen, trying to read.
Then she got moist.
No.
She, looked,
No, sir. No.
she
Nerds
turned
have
and looked
big
at
hard drives,
Because
right?
she got moist.
10
Very
terabytes
warm
of
and-
pure, unedited pornography.
God, I hate
What
you
the
guys.
fuck are those people doing on the internet? Those fucking
Oh my
bastards!
God! What is this? Oh, it's just disgusting. Oh, why would he put his penis there?
What's Donald
I don't
doing with
know.
his bill?
But I'm going to
What's
get
Donald
that.
doing with his bill? That's just oh my God! That's inappropriate. That is going to sound terrible when we play that back. It's just going to be a lot of.
Wow, you actually do the gag Mickey Mouse fairly well.
Shut up. Years of practice.
And then there's when the old fart's doing the younger
Rubber
women and
balls
he
with mouth.
has a myocardial
Wait,
infarction.
Oh, wait, no. Old farts doing younger women mean.
Yeah. No. What happens is he has a heart attack while he's in the middle of doing that, and then
We talked about this last time.
Yeah.
I was just making it old people do.
We named the old person Nelson.
Actually, yeah.
After, was it Nelson?
Rocket.
I want my name to be Spaghetti.
Nelson. Yeah.
So does that mean when you're aroused, you're a full Nelson?
Oh, you just want a WWE.
Oh, does that mean when you're not, you're at half staff?
Oh.
That's why they invented the little blue pill.
You guys are pretty good
Instead
friends,
of
aren't you?
curing
I
cancer,
love.
they made the little blue pill.
Guys, I think we found the cure for cancer. No. We can make your dick hard.
Yeah, when you're 90.
I love how
think
there's a
would be-
warning on that pill that women should not take it.
Is it because they get an erection?
It affects their hormones
Mhm.
in a
But,
negative way. But it's sad that it's for men's erectile dysfunction,
And they have to tell women
idiot
not to take
label
it.
on it that women should not take it.
Well, because there are people that are stupid enough, generally speaking, to do anything.
That's why there's
That's
a-
why you have to tell them not to inhale this, that, and the other, and all that kind
That's
of
why
stuff.
there's a sign on top of a ladder, step ladder. Do not step on last step because somebody did, fell down, broke their legs, and sued.
Mhm.
So now because somebody got sued because somebody was dumb, that's why they're called idiots.
Did you hear about
Yep.
this is going years back. There was a kid that died because he was huffing Raid. Like the pesticide Raid. And now there's got to be, a warning on it. But they
Right.
sued Raid. I'm sorry. If you're dumb enough to snort a pesticide, something that is used to kill something
All that is,
by chemical means, you're an idiot.
the analog kid would tell you that that's population control.
And that's weeding out the thin end of the gene pool.
Yeah.
And you should just leave it.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's called the Darwin Awards.
It wasn't right, the Darwin Awards.
The guy that moved closer to a microwave tower and cooked himself because he fell asleep.
Zzzt.
Hey, they're not breathing my air anymore.
But as far as the whole Viagra commercial where they go, if you have an erection longer than 4 hours, seek medical. I would flat out show up in the emergency room like that. Yep. And I'd be like, look, I've got a problem. I have this stiffy
Coming out
that
for singer when you take Viagra.
yeah.
For that long, you've already had several orgasms.
And I would just say, look, I can't.
Will be talking.
Yeah, but I would say to them, I'd say, look, I'm 85 and I can't beat this stiffy down with a baseball bat. And they
I'm
told
about
me
to
to
have
come
a
in.
heart attack.
Yeah, and they told me to come in, and then they'd be like, I'll take him back. We'll be gone for a little
What if you had a male doctor?
Yeah.
I think it's about time to get you back to the hospital.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was the signing out music. Somebody was supposed to carry that away.
Oh, we were just.
You know what?
Okay.
Boom, boom. I don't have a third one, but you can share. Boom.
I would just, we were talking about some stuff, you and I, and
Some stuff.
yeah,
Ooh, some stuff.
Manly stuff.
I've known him for.
I don't even know what it was.
I've known you for almost 6 years.
6 years.
Aw.
6
And
years
I
in
mean,
May.
Oh, it's
You
a
gonna get him a present?
romance.
Yes. Look, he's just the hottest. But I mean, it's like with any other good friendship. You disagree about stuff, or you agree about stuff, or you go
You
out
put
for
your penis in
beers
his-
or whatever. Like,
One of those extendable. Every time he does it, I'm just going scoop right in the nipple.
Why are you thinking about my nipples, man?
I know.
Because they're sexy, they're seductive.
Dude, they could cut glass.
Damn right. How do you think I get what I want? I just sit there and rotate around.
Speaking of ones that could cut glass, who is that? I saw the other day on something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and every time I look at those, I'm like, damn, that must be painful.
What?
This person with erectile nipple disease, I mean, they're like bullets.
Damn.
Yeah, or dimes, or whatever they're huge. Traxolans.
That's something I could enjoy.
Yeah, and I looked at her nipples, and I said, that doesn't make me horny. Put them away.
I looked at her nipples and said, wow, can I nibble on them?
Oh.
Like snack cakes.
And then when I'm finished, I'll give them back. Very unlike a snack cake.
It's not a gift I want to keep on giving, man.
Don't knock it till you try it.
That's
Boy,
what she said.
don't look at me that way.
What's going on?
You're saying no, but your eyes are saying,
Fuck yeah.
fuck you. I don't approve of the tone. Change them. Now, you're making me uncomfortable. Call me Bruce Willis. I'm not doing that. Where that even come from, I don't know. I just like to be called Bruce Willis. I bet you do.
It takes a licking.
But keeps on squirting. I made it sexual. There, I did it. Again, what are you gonna do? Sue me? Go fuck yourself. I'm running out of things to say here. Help me out. I'm drowning.
He's imploding really hard.
Help me. I'll help you. Get away from me.
Grab my hand.
Grab my hand.
Again, stay off the wave.
What?
So we wrapping this up?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah.
All right, so as always, please send us an email with any ideas that you would like to have conversated. At what is the
S'il vous plaît.
you know what? Don't just don't. What are the email address, or what is the email address for the
Get
show?
back to you on that. I had to change it.
Okay, so we have to change it. So just send us an email address. At the email address we are not going to tell you. Figure it out yourself.
Home nameless.
Get onto the site, follow the links,
And then
let us know
blow
which.
That,
Yeah.
what? No. Why would you?
You can't get hard
She'd
anyway.
have to watch.
Yeah, that's right. I am old.
So Send us an email with your
Really
thoughts.
make it hard.
And yeah.
Trade.
You
We'll,
tried?
What?
It's a trade secret.
You said Twade.
Unless he starts reciting Roman poetry with a toga on, I'm just very flaccid.
Oh, no.
Make a leaf on my
That
dick.
note.